Hey, let's see, let's see. Alright. Welcome to this week's live stream. This is IonStorm streaming Genshin Impact. I hope everybody has had a good week so far. Okay, let's see what do we need to do for today. Good night, Ion. Hey, hello, Iceberg. Good day to you. I believe next week at this point of time we should be discussing more about our new Dendro Archon. Since today is 27, so by next week she will be released already, and everybody should, for those who are interested in pulling for her, should have already. I wish this is just what I wish, only should have already gotten her home. Hey, hello Angel. So far did you had a good week? Good evening. Yeah man. Alright. So what is this? Oh. I've been getting this commission very often, this touring like show thing. Okay. Pretty easy to do. Pretty straightforward as well. How many primo gems have you guys already prepared to get Nahida home? Where is this? Gold devouring. What is this, man? Look. Oh, wait, I haven't done this commission before. What does this actually do? Hey, ciao bro. Hello, good evening to you. I have 120 fates and guaranteed. Awesome. I hope everybody who is watching the live stream so far already have all the materials ready as well. Then once she's released, level up, and then we can actually play around using her in the new team as well. Ah, wait, that's all? I didn't even bother to read what was he actually saying, man. Oh, and on the other hand, I believe that some of you should have already seen Nahida's teaser today, right? It changed pretty quickly. Initially still feels like, oh, pretty sweet, pretty nice. Then in the end it just got more and more kind of like, you know, sad. Then I was like, oh, okay. Then I actually saw there were a lot of comments talking about the people want to fight the sage. The sage, yeah, correct. Happy birthday Nahida, you are so precious. I love her, but gotta wait for her rerun. Understand. Her kid look really cool though. Yeah, it's most likely because due to how many Dendro characters do we have? I think we only have, if I'm not wrong right now, offhand I can remember, we only have like what, 3 Dendro characters, correct? We have Colei, we have Dendro Traveler, and we have Tinari. So Nahida's position over here will seemingly become even more important than ever. Because there are a lot of times when we talk about whether to pull for a character or not is the character replaceable. Currently, it definitely looks like it's a big fat no. Nobody can replace Nahida over here for sure. And most likely, we are not able to see that anyone who is able to do a better job than Nahida as well. So this is probably one of the reasons why, for those who are interested in playing Dendro related reaction teams, Nahida is a pretty important character to have, to experience the Dendro package, you know. Hey Ion, hey what? Ion, that birthday special you did for Eula was awesome. Thanks, man. You guys know that very seldom I use any editing software for my videos. Usually is just raw, unedited, raw cuts. So recently, you know, days back I published a short video for Eula, and it involves some small editing here and there. So hope you guys actually enjoy it if you actually had watched it. And meanwhile, back to the Nahida thing that I was talking about. Artifacts are not looking too good for my case. I have no idea why is the artifact domain not favoring me. It's pretty difficult for me to farm any decent pieces out of the domain. Oh my goodness. Ion is improving, nice. I'm trying to see how to edit videos, because by nature it's not my strength. That is why you don't see me doing, you know, on the other content creators. You can see that they have their content is a very well organized presentation, I would say. Like, let's say they can have a video ongoing, then they start talking about, oh, what is going on, guys? This is IonStorm here. Today we are going to talk about Nahida, and right now on your screen you will be able to see then Nahida starts to pop out. Then after that, let's talk about her best artifacts, and as well as what are the weapon choices you should be making. Then after you see all the artifacts popping out, weapon, all this. Or to be honest with you, really very honest, I have no idea how is that being done. But I do know that for people who do that, right, I really feel that it takes in a lot of effort. So I do think that it's pretty impressive as well for them to be able to do that. Then of course, you upfront you also need to prepare perhaps like a, I wouldn't know, this is my assumption only, probably a kind of like a script upfront to prepare what you have to say. Because, you know, live stream, every content creator you see who are doing live stream, they can't be speaking fluently as possible. Like, you know, like a reporter is really not possible unless you are actually trained for that, or you are naturally talented in this area. So I believe there are a lot of contents out there where you see that the presentation is very clear and concise, and is in a very structured way, a very well informative way, right? Probably you need to have a script upfront as well. So the effort for the existing content creators for Genshin, right, when sometimes I actually have a look, you know, one of the creators that oftenly uses my raw combat videos is Camilo. If you actually seen his channel, Camilo actually provides very pretty informative information as well. Then I also sometimes will pop by to actually give some support and love, you know. Whoa! I'm dying. Okay. So what artifact set are you planning to use on Nahida? Okay, and again, like other weeks, I gotta go for a late night meeting right now. Goodbye, Ion. Love, yeah, looking forward to joining you again. Thank you so much, Chow bro. And let's manifest for me winning 50-50 on Chow banner too. My favorite is Gacha Gamer and I think XYOX. Is it ZYOX or something? I believe Gacha Gamer. I myself, I do actually have watched some of the Gacha Gamers videos as well. ZYOX, I believe that I have seen his videos before, but I don't actually watch it. So for Gacha Gamer, yes, I do actually have watched their videos before as well. Okay, so regarding Solomon's question, what am I using? I'll be very honest with you. Ideally, this is just a very ideal situation that if I'm running Nahida, definitely my first choice to go to is to go for Debut Memories, because you can get the 30 Dendro resistance threat just by doing nothing. Basically, this is given for free. But the thing is, it's not that easy for me to get the necessary artifact sets while trying to maintain the the crit rate substats as well, because Nahida's kit, you need to make sure that you are able to hit the 1000 elemental mastery so that your ascension talents is able to be maximized. Both of the ascension sets on the crit rate, the bonus damage, as well as the Shrine of Maya, the bonus EM. So ideally you will want to have them to hit by hook or by crook possible to hit 1000 if you can. And then while you hit 1000, you also must make sure that your your substats, they are able to sustain the other areas such as the crit damage. She also scales off with attack as well. So for my case, of course, the other hand is that you can go with EM, then for example crit damage, depending on which piece you have, which is better, then you can make a balance out of it. If you have her on the field, meaning like for example Nahida as the driver, meaning like for example you have the Hydro characters off field, then Nahida on the field to do the Dendro attacks, right? Then having a Dendro damage bonus goblet over here would make more sense, because her attack itself will also benefit as well. But all this is very situational, because it depends on what type of artifacts you have. For my case, this damn domain doesn't seem to be able to generate anything useful for me. So right now I'm even burning Primo gems to see if I can farm anything decent. Or honestly, fingers crossed, because Nahida is going to be released next week, If I cannot get the artifacts on time, then I will be pretty screwed, because this will directly affect my showcases. But let's hope that I'm able to get something useful out of the domain as soon as possible. Right now, my set that is looking more promising is the 4-piece Gilded Dreams. I seem to have achieved nicer stat from the set itself. But Goblet having Elemental Mastery is actually pretty low. You can actually open up your inventory to see that you might have noticed that EM goblets are hard to come by, and a good EM goblet with the ideal substat is even harder. But nonetheless, there are always players who have incredible luck. I do have players who actually PM me via Discord as well. Then they actually let me have a look at their artifacts. So I was actually, when I saw their artifacts, I was actually questioning myself that is there a difference between our luck factor. Why is it their artifacts are so good and I'm still not able to get any decent artifacts out of the domain so far, which kind of feels bad, man. And the best part is what, you know, if I happen to get a, for example, create crit damage artifact, so you will be pretty happy that, oh, crit damage finally appeared. Then you think that there's a chance. Then after that, what happens is you go and level up, jump all the way to level 20, and you see what happens. HP 22.2%. Then you can see that pretty much these two didn't even move. Then you try again, you got something. Defense 21.9%. Then oh, it went into all the wrong stat, you know. So that is why I say that I'm still hoping that I can get a decent 4-piece debut set. But if I cannot, then I'll probably need to use the Gilded Dreams already. And not that Gilded Dreams is not good, not viable, it's just that my preferred choice will be the, you know, the debut set, because it comes with the Dendro resistance strat. May RNG God bless you as soon as possible. Yeah, my Gilded set is currently better too. I have no idea what is actually happening to my account. Probably I might have said something wrong. Then MiHoYo nerf my drop rate or something. Or yeah, maybe HoYoverse. Then you know, as I say, I've been burning Primo Gems because obviously I have been trying to keep up with all the character releases that it's not really possible for me to have all the fragile resins as well. So I have to burn through Primo Gems to try to increase the farming rate, because the probability, you know, but looks like it's probably not happening so far, you know. But rest assured, I'm still trying. I will still be trying all the way up to her release date, because pretty much the rest of the items I should have it already. If I do remember correctly, all the artifact items farming, everything should be ready. So just hope that when she comes out, everything is according to what I have farmed. Then I will be able to have her up as soon as possible, so that everyone can view the showcase video as well. On the other hand, I also heard from some viewers asking that, but because she is being released on the 2nd of November, which is on a Wednesday, so some of the viewers actually PM me to ask, will you be live streaming on that day itself? Originally, my original intention was probably a no. This is because, you know, I have a day job, so on that day itself I am still physically in the office. So by the time I reach home, have dinner, bathe, etc, I wouldn't know what time already, because, you know, traveling also takes time, etc. But since there is some requests to do some live stream pools, I don't want to deliver empty promises, but let's just say tentatively I will see if I can do it via live, at least for the pools, so that everybody can experience the live pool reactions coming from my end, if it is a good pool or if it is going to be a bad pool. Hopefully, of course, it's going to be a good pool, you know, because by right, I should have streamer luck. That is what I would like to assume, you know. But pooling, because I don't have Nahida guaranteed, meaning right now I'm on a 50-50 at risk situation, so I'm not too sure how much Primo Gems I'll need to actually burn through to get her. Then of course the teapot as well. Pulling for weapon can be quite tricky as well. But fortunately, this time round, we can actually see that for Nahida herself, there are still pretty viable, you know, 4-star catalysts that can be used. if you are considered a better pass or low spender, to me, I personally really feel that Solar Pole, if you actually have exchanged for this weapon before Solar Pole, where is it? Solar Pole seems to be a pretty nice weapon for Nahida, because this thing actually gives you crit rate, and if you read this portion, it actually makes a lot of sense, because if she's the on-field driver, meaning she's going to be fighting on the field, then this normal attack increases her elemental skill damage. Okay, burst damage, she doesn't do any burst damage, but this portion actually increases her E skill when you are using normal attack. Then likewise, when her E actually hits, right, you increase her normal attack. So this portion is all pretty effective. It is a valid damage increase. And on the other hand, there are also other viable, usable catalysts such as sacrificial fragments. But of course, because due to how the E CD is pretty short, right, this portion of the composed passive is not being maximized. But it gives a very nice elemental mastery which fits in with what Nahida actually needs. With Sith, I'm never a big fan of Witch Sith. You see that a lot of my videos, right, I don't actually use Witch Sith because I really think that the 10-second window for the buff, right, then after going into a pretty long cooldown, right, I don't really favor that kind of very short time of window of burst. That means to me, Wisif is more of like those kind of damage per screenshot kind of weapon. Of course, no offense, if you still want to use it, I definitely will respect that, because everybody sees different value in terms of how you want to use an item. But for myself, I'm definitely not a fan of Wisif. But artifacts are trashy too. I'm planning to pull Nahida while I'm at work. Can't wait. I can't wait also, you know. Oh, are you going to give me a crit rate over here? Currently, what I'm trying to do is that if I have concluded that that day I'm not able to live stream, probably I will just pull her during at work already. But if I foresee that there is actually enough time for me to do a live stream, I will actually go ahead and actually do the live stream. Oh, how are you still alive, man? Come to think of it, my chicken, the amount of chicken in my NRE is running low. Right now is at 40 crit damage, but there is no crit rate over here. Ah, this one is a pretty nice elemental mastery sense. But fingers crossed. Earlier on, I believe that I've showed every one of you that getting a crit damage is the first step. What matters the most is when you have leveled up the item. We will see together in a while, because I will level it up for sure, so that everybody can have a look. Okay. Are you? Oh yeah. What I need is really a new upgrade for this flower, because the flower wise is really pretty depressing to see the flower actually getting screwed in my account, man. Come on, Oliver's, I believe that you can do better than that. Just give me what I need, man. Oh my god, these few bandits. The problem with this team is when you don't bring in a healer, no matter what, it's attrition. you will slowly see over time your character's health getting lower and lower. Then you need to actually spend food, consume food to actually keep their HP up, no matter what. Having a healer is still much nicer. Let's see. Okay, let's see if this round we can get anything or not first. Okay, what kind of crap is this, man? Okay, it's time to see how this EM sense will go. Please. I could definitely use a nice EM sense. Okay, this is. Do I have an? Oh, pretty interesting. Do I have an existing EM sense? Oh, okay, I do have, but their stats are not fantastic. So let's have a look at this one first. Here we go, man. Okay, some useful stat like attack percentage, please. Oh, what is this? Okay, never mind. So much defense. Okay, as long as you don't go into the defense again, then I'm fine with it. Please. Okay, another moment of truth. What? Crit, please, crit. Fuck! It went into defense again. This is really disappointing. Come on, you can do better. Don't give me defense. This is not for Ito, man. This is for Nahida. Come on, crit. Okay, one went into crit rate. There's still chance. Okay. I can feel my heartbeat increasing. Okay. Another moment of truth. Crit. Either one of them, please. Wow, it went into defense again. Why? This is such a disappointing experience once again. Okay, there is still a last try. Let's see what happens. I'll do it all the way to level 20. Please. At least get into some crit, man. Who needs 19% defense, man? If this is a sense for the Geo team, I will be really very pleased about it. Okay, this one, last one. Crit, please. Crit or crit damage. Either one. Where do you went to? Oh, he went to the flat defense. Oh my god. This is exactly what I mean when you get a Elemental Mastery Goblet. You see crit rate and crit damage, but don't be too happy yet. I'm not trying to jinx myself, but this is exactly how scrub this RNG system on top of another RNG system can be. Oh my gosh. No. I'm just really very, very disappointed at how the roles actually went once again. Oh my god. Okay, let me see if you are going to give me crit damage. No, defense. Today is a defense day, is it? Like what? Total defense? What's this? What is this? Okay. This is really not looking good, man. But copium or whatever, but it's still something that I can use for now. Let me see if she wears a set like this. Okay, the crit is definitely looking really bad. Probably will need to have a placeholder to actually hold it. Okay. I believe that Sucrose tells me that she is willing to help me on this. Okay, I think I will go for more crit rate on this. Then followed by yep, this one looks better. Then the true copium elemental mastery goblet. This is really wasted, man. I'm so sad about it. I'm so sad about it. Okay, there is 2% crit over here. And last but not least, okay, this thing actually was quite bad. Then probably for starters, I will try to hold sacrificial fragments as a placeholder over here. So how many crit rate do I have? There is 40%. So Nahida herself will actually give about another 24. So I have about 64% crit rate. Elemental mastery. So not looking very high though, because for her ascension, which gives me about another 100 and something, probably she will need to be on the field. She will need to be on the field so that I am able to hit as close as 1000 EM. So this one, for this one wise, right, really not very easy for me to hit the breakpoints, man. Yep, even the next closest I can actually so-called borrow. Okay, because EM goblets are really very hard to come. Good EM goblets, to be precise. Good EM goblets are really hard to come by. So I don't really think that I have a good EM goblet after playing the game for 2 years, you know. Yep, I really don't have, man. Holy. I think I should change my Nahida artifacts. Let me see. That doesn't look too good though for now, as far as the set goes. I will definitely like to see if what you guys have actually farmed for the deep wood and the gilded set. Because as far as right now, pre-farming the artifact set wise, right, there is of course another alternative I can try it out, which is the solar pearl that I have mentioned. I will lose a lot of crit damage for sure. So this brings me to actually my elemental mastery further dropped.
Yes.
But it will actually give me close to like what? I think 576 plus about probably another 115. That's about 600 plus. It's slightly difficult to stack up the EM over here. Hey, hola, Diablo, hello. Don't forget to like the stream, guys. Hey, thank you so much, Solomon. You are so kind, man. Really love you for such a nice reminder. I appreciate it, man. Amazing guy. Hey, hello, Frostic. I can't seem to call you Izel. I don't know. I actually don't know how to pronounce your name, man. But anyway, right now what you guys are actually seeing is that I'm trying to see what kind of artifact can I actually prepare in advance for Nahida's arrival on next week Wednesday. Gilded Dream wise, I do see more potential. Gilded Dream wise, I do have a overall. I guess it is much more easier for me to actually hit the necessary breakpoints. Let's see. So right now, wait, why is there so much critical damage? Okay, assuming, yeah, 753. Then when we actually add on Nahida's own ascension of about 115, that brings us to about 868 already. Then along with Gilded Dreams, assuming if I were to play in a Nilo's team wise, it should easily give me another about, if I'm not bringing another Dendro character, if I bring another Dendro character, that gives me another 60 EM. So having another 2 different element in the party, once I trigger any reactions, it gives me 100 EM already. So easily I can hit 1000 elemental mastery. So getting the 24% crit rate over here is entirely possible, but the crit rate over here is pretty low, not to my liking, you see. If we go with option number 2, which is this, then probably we need to choose a crit rate weapon. This is purely for showcasing purposes only. So I will completely avoid using 5-star weapons for the first showcase for sure. So this brings us to 681, which is slightly lower. But I think it is still, we are still going to get pretty close to the 1000 EM, pretty close. And of course the crit rate of the 24% is very likely possible as well. Even if I don't get the full 24%, there is over 80+%, but the crit damage over here is pretty screwed. It's only 100%. So I'll need to make a choice over here. Which one do I actually want? It would be nice if they actually give us the crit rate and crit damage ascension rather than the crit rate and the crit rate and the bonus damage though. Guess it's not really that easy to have the best of the both worlds. Yay, more viewers please. Definitely will hope for, but I did realize that last week when I was streaming on Wednesday, there were actually slightly more viewers, because I am not too sure which are the, because I only stream once per week, I'm not too sure which are the days where more viewers are actually free. Of course, also we'll need to see my own schedule as well. Do we have any Catalyst users whose ascension is actually, oh, her ascension is elemental mastery, right? But she only has like what, 93. Oh, because she is actually a very good placeholder. I should have actually used her instead, because her ascension is EM, if my memory serves me right. Of course, this is a level 80 Lisa, not a level 90. For those, for probably if there are any new players who might rewatch my stream later, do remember that because you are playing transformative reactions, meaning all Dendro related reactions currently in the game are considered to be transformative reactions, and they are heavily impacted by the level of the character who is triggering the reactions. So do make sure you have the characters leveled to level 90 so that you can get the maximum transformative reaction damage out of it. This is pretty important, because the best instance is if you are using a level 80 Nilo team versus a level 90, the damage difference is really very significantly different. If you ever tried it or ever watch, I don't know if there are any videos featuring a level 80 Nilo team or not. I doubt it, but if you ever can find it, right, then you should have a look, then you will know what am I actually saying. Okay, anyway, so when we are holding on to this level 80 Solar Pearl, this is a level 80 Lisa whose ascension is also Elemental Mastery. So we can see over here the Elemental Mastery is 753. Still a bit lacking. So at best she could hit is up to about 900 EM. So still slightly lacking. But this is probably the highest I can push for now, I suppose. The signature weapon is definitely going to give you quite a lot of much higher EM. So probably we will need to see what type of teams are we going to play. If we are going to play Nilo's team, hitting 1000 EM is definitely going to be very easy for sure, because over here there is Nilo skill actually gives you additional 100 EM after when you are hit by Dendro attack. So basically when the seeds burst and you actually get another 100 EM. This is actually excluding using the key of Kashinisut for sure. So I will be excluding her from using this weapon. Then if we actually bring in another Dendro character together, then hitting the 1000 EM is definitely more than enough. But if we were to play another combat style, which is to bring in 3 Hydro characters and Nahida being the on-field character, then of course it will be slightly different. And I'm also a little bit concerned, because if I were to play Nahida as the on-field driver, will she be able to survive? Because I do think that in this case probably I might need to consider to bring a Xingqiu for the interruption resistance, and probably as well as the damage reduction coming from the Hydro Swords. Yelan obviously I cannot use her as a showcase for obvious reasons. If I were to do a C6R5 Yelan on the first showcase, I think I'll probably get roasted by a lot of viewers, because generally it is understood that for my very first showcase, it is meant to be targeted towards the more lower spenders friendly, not F2P friendly for sure, because I can no longer make any F2P content. Then for new viewers wise, right, it will be even harder, because when we talk about new viewers, right, we will need to think back about the days where we first play Genshin Impact. There are a lot of things that we could be lacking, ranging from artifacts to characters. There are a lot of stuffs that could be lacking. And for newer players case, right, talking about even a refinement 5 4-star weapon is probably a luxurious thinking, unless they are actually pretty big spenders. So we will go under the assumption that new players and also free to play players, right, it is not really viable for my showcases to be much applicable to them, but of course they can still consider to take it as a reference to see if this is a team they would like to have. Hey, hello Kenny, always good to have you here. Looking forward to the Dendro healer, maybe Yao Yao. Yao Yao does looks like to be a very solid potential, probably the first, that is what I will assume, the first Dendro healer, because having a Dendro healer is currently what is lacking in the game. Okay, since we are on this, there's no other catalyst users that I can use it to mess around with, which is kind of a pity. So let's see if we can find something to mess around with. I'm really very excited about Nahida's release, because there is really a lot of comms previously, like even including Sino. Probably his potential will be further unleashed. I cannot say that his potential is fully unleashed. There is still a lot of stuff we need to observe, but definitely with Nahida's release, Sino will be able to play much more comfortably and will be able to see much better results as well, since currently there is no other Dendro characters who has extremely long and consistent application, I must say, to match Sino's elemental burst. So Nahida is looking to be the first character who is able to complement Sino's playstyle. I'm taking a nap. Bye for now, Ion. Thanks for dropping by, Ice Bear. Appreciate your weekly joining us session, and of course your interesting PMs as well. Hope you have a good nap, and I will definitely see you again next week, and let's talk about Nahida as well once she's actually released. Right now, what you guys are actually looking at is a part of the usual planning process I have when a new character is actually coming out soon. But it just happens that today I'm doing it via the live stream, so that everybody can have a look and share your inputs if you have any thoughts about how do you want to actually build Nahida, and what type of artifact sets will you be actually putting in. For example, Sands, Goblet, and Circlet, because these are the three variable factors that actually determines how you will be playing Nahida as well. So for different players, they may have different kinds of playstyle that they prefer. Some might prefer to have Nahida off field, some may prefer to have Nahida on field, and so it really depends on how you want to have her. Depending on the combat situation, your artifacts may change as well. So let's see. Right now I'm changing back this Dendro stuffs for my Traveler. I think I shall just give him back the Elemental Mastery staffs first. So he is actually wearing all the EM staffs, if I'm not wrong. Am I right? EM, another EM. Okay, this probably has energy recharge and some additional EM as well. And this, I'll probably go with this because this just looks nicer and more comfortable. Although this has some energy recharge, I probably think that I should have sufficient energy recharge already, because I'm purely using him to trigger reactions. Then of course the allergy for the end for Cole. What was really unfortunate was that EM Goblet that we saw on the live stream just now. It went really bad, and I'm really very disappointed on what has just happened. But I can only say that that was not unexpected. I really kind of expected that to happen, since this happens really very often. In fact, almost all the time. So anyway, let's just go in and play some Nilo gameplay again, because after right now, what you can see on screen right now is a further improved version of my Nilo team. Of course, I must emphasize that my Kokomi right now is still on the HP set. I didn't change her to the EM build. But for Dendro Traveler and Cole, both right now actually has he's wearing the Gilded Dream set, and she's actually using the Deepwood set, and they are pretty much all EM based, so meaning they all have over 700 over EM. So with Nilo's key of Catch Nisut, so it should actually give them another about close to 1 to 200 EM, and along with the allergy for the end, since she actually is holding onto a refinement 4 allergy for the end, so it will actually give the team another about 100 plus EM, along with their own self actually gives EM, and along with the dendro resonance. And why is it not lighting up? Holy shit. Which is this one, Sprawling Greenery. So this portion will also give additional EM. So the team, we do expect, aside from Kokomi and herself, both of the dendro characters should be able to hit well over 1000 EM as well. So for team 2, oh, team 2, oh wait, it's still that Dorito boss, right? Not the kind of boss I like to play against, but well, let's just see if I can brute force the shit out of that boss. Be reminded that the Spiral Abyss is going to reset in about less than a week's time. So if my memory serves me right, it should be at the end of October. I think around there. Yeah, we only have a few more days to the end of October. So do make sure that if you haven't cleared the Spiral Abyss, do try to clear at your own free time. If you need the extra resources and primo gems. Okay, let's see. Will the gameplay experience be faster? I like to put this jellyfish nearby this mushroom, right? Because it will help the mushroom to grow quicker. It will actually, like, you know, become much bigger. Oh no. You know these two samurais, right? Ever since during Inazuma's release, right, has never failed to piss me off. I think for how long already, you know? These two guys never fight with honor, really. They don't fight with honor. Trust me, man. Whatever tactical retreat that you might want to put it, right, is simply just being a pussy and run away from me, man. Oh my god. Just die, man. Who plays StarCraft over here? If someone who plays StarCraft, does this thing actually reminds you of the... What do you actually call them for a moment? Protoss, correct. Oh my god, the guy is actually summoning the Pokemons again, man. Oh, Protoss somewhat correct. I cannot remember, because you see the way how they come out and how they disappear, right? It just reminds me of the StarCraft Protoss, right? When they walk in and when they die, all these kind of stuff. So I found a sense of familiarity. Oh wait, this guy is still alive, man. How many swing was that, man? Holy. Okay, come. I know you are going to teleport away, man. Oh, what a killer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh yeah. Sometimes when you get lucky, you can really get more than 10 swings. This is coming from the Constellation 6 Ethos effect. Oh. Nah, the explosion really feels damn good, man. I swear, it's a super feel good factor, man. Oh, you're so dead, man. I destroyed the white color thing before that can happen. Oh, you can't go into the disappearance mode. Sorry that happened, man. Oh no! He played the disappearing act again. Ah! Come on! I haven't even say finish. This guy went into the disappearing act again, man. Oh my god. Holy. In many games that I have played, right? When we talk about fighting bosses, I mean being boss, aside from being really very tanky, that part we understand because it's a boss. But I have to be really very frank is that so many games that I've played from Diablo, even for example we talk about even to a certain extent Maple Story. I do not know if you guys have actually heard of Maple Story, but offhand that is what I can remember the game. Some of the games I can play offhand. Bosses usually have two things in common. One is boss is usually extremely tank, given. Okay. The other thing is boss usually have very painful mechanics, means they hit really very very hard. They have skills that probably might one hit KO you if you are not careful enough. So you must be prepared to fight them very carefully, but you must also try your best to kill them as fast as possible. That is what we can understand from a boss fight, because a boss is meant to have very high attacks. For Genshin Abyss, it's really very different. The boss is still pretty tanky. We can agree that it's still pretty tanky. Of course, if your account is very strong, has very good characters already leveled up with high talents, you might find it less of a challenge in terms of the health pool. In terms of whether the boss hit hard or not, is a questionable thing, because it depends on your character. But we don't see extremely annoying tactics like the Legend of the Vagabond Sword, where you just get melted instantly. But in exchange, this is probably one of the first few games that I saw that a boss is, I think in Overstream I have countless time actually labeled that the boss being coward or pussy mechanics, meaning they do the disappearing act, they run away, they jump away, they teleport away. So this is probably one of the first few games I've actually seen a boss having this kind of really not so boss kind of mechanics. It feels like you are actually fighting probably doing a PvP, you know, because when you do PvP you don't just fight the person head on, you see who can actually dodge better and also attack at the right time, you know. This game the boss actually does to a certain extent a similar level of stuffs as well. All these kind of disappearing stuffs, I honestly until today I don't really appreciate it. I can really tell you. The boss is not the creatures, the boss is the domain. Yeah, I forgot that on the live chat right now we do have an elite MapleStory player over here, which is Frosting. He's actually a very experienced and a very strong MapleStory player. So having him saying that is definitely going to be correct. But what I'm just trying to put across, because I'm not a endgame MapleStory player, but at the very least the consensus I want to put across is that boss fight usually should feel challenging in the sense that it should be wow, the boss should feel very mighty and can do a lot of damage. I need to be very careful, and sometimes you will scream is that what the fuck, what kind of ridiculous damage this boss is going to do, what kind of stupid mechanics this boss actually have that you does so much kind of damage, this kind of thing. But in this game I don't actually scream all the time is that why does Magyu Kenki does so much damage, who allows Magyu Kenki to one hit KO me. No, the thing that I always scream about is who actually designed the Magyu Kenki to be able to just teleport away. Who actually says that the Magyu Kenki is actually a samurai? You say that you are a samurai, you should fight me with, you know, with honor and not just running away like that. Don't tell me that is a tactical dodge or something. That is running away, okay? Okay, so Team Bloom versus Team Electro. That is what Diablo actually says. Team Electro is interesting. But Team Electro, what do we have? Oh, I do remember that we... Well, you say Team Electro, so no animal characters can be brought in, right? Meaning like, you know, Kazuha. If the answer is a no, then of course I won't be bringing in. The Kujo Sara is using a hunter's bow. Sorry about that, man. Probably give her a fading twilight. What is she actually wearing? Oh, okay. She definitely needs because due to how lacking my artifacts are. Throughout so many streams, you guys should have a full understanding on my artifact farming luck is probably negative in the negative zone. So my co-sharing of the artifact practice is a widely practiced thing in my account culture, you know. So don't laugh at me if you actually have fantastic artifacts, okay? If I happen to have it, it means that I probably farm 10 times harder than most of the people out there, man. True, it's a really true story, man. Recently there was an anniversary event, you know, for Genshin, second anniversary. I do remember, if you guys have seen, there is like a storybook that tells you that how many chicken you have cooked, which character you have used the most, this and that. There is one part of the story which actually says that how much resin you have used in 1 month. I do remember there was one part for me. It actually says that there was one particular month my resin usage was about 15 or 16,000 resin in 1 month. So I do not remember why did that happen. It's probably me trying to farm Emblem of Severed Fate or something. I was burning through all my Primo gems every single day to farm for the artifact sets. So what you can see right now is I'm still burning the artifacts like nobody's business. I'm sorry, burning the primo gems like nobody's business to try to farm the artifact sets, because while I do have the, to a certain extent, the spending power to pull for constellations, but if my artifacts are bad, the performance is as good as a good player without constellation but have good artifacts. You know, it will be much closer if you get what I mean. Of course, it will never be the same. You have constellations means you have advantage, but you know, the gameplay experience will still feel quite lacking if your artifact really suck. So that is for my case. My artifacts in general, especially for new ones, is really very bad. This is something that I have to admit, man. No idea how is this happening, but yep. Okay, where we talk about Team Electro, was it? There is a green wrist there on live. I don't see. I don't actually see it though. I'm not too sure if anyone is actually on my live stream sees a green line on my video. I'm not too sure because right now I'm just using the standard streaming software, which is the OBS. So I didn't make any adjustments to it though. Where is Kujo? Yeah, Kujo is over here. We are talking about Team Bloom. Team Bloom versus Team Electro. This team, trust me, this team when Nahida comes out is going to be even more explosive than ever, man. If not for how niche this team is supposed to be, right? Of course, most of the Genshin players right now should know that this team is niche because you are bound to these two elements only. That is the biggest drawback of this, and of course, aside from how ugly Key of Kashini suit looks of on Nilo, but of course I do have viewers who prefer these looks as well. But if we take this aside, we just talk about this combo with Nahida inside. It's really very explosive against group situations. Of course, if we talk about single target wise, it will be slightly lacking because your elemental reactions is limited, because the more people you can create more seeds, which is obvious. So against one target you can create lesser. So that is probably you might need to consider to have maybe Xingqiu or Yelan inside to enhance the single target combat experience. But then again, if that's the case, there is always better single target teams that we can use in the game, which is like, for example, if you have Hu Tao and Yelan, then with Zhongli, that might be an even better choice, you know. But other than that, when we talk about group situations, currently this is the one of the most powerful team in the game, which doesn't utilize Anemo, because Anemo groups up makes the group situation much easier. So this one looks very viable. But of course, you know, when you play Spiral Abyss floor 9 and floor 10, how spread the mobs are, you also can know that if the group is that spread out, right, this team will still see its own limitations. So this is just some of the actual combat experience I had, so I'm just taking a chance to share with you guys. Not trying to trash talk that this team is bad or good, because I'm just always trying to provide more of a extra opinion for every one of you who is interested in playing this team than how my actual combat experience went. I just won 7 Nahida in 10 boosts. Did I ask too much? No, you didn't ask too much, man. You probably asked something that is not possible, man. Hey, just kidding. Anything is possible. I do believe in you, Diablo. Your hard work will pay off. I've seen how hard you have worked for your computer as well. So, gambarimasu. Of course, to me, if any one of you tells me that you managed to get Nahida 2 or 3 Nahida in 10 pulls or whatever, I will be really very happy about it. Because my viewers happy. Obviously, me as the content creator who have your support, I will definitely feel very happy about it as well. Because your gameplay is smooth. When I hear good news, it makes me happy as well. Aiya! Oh. Oh, I'm so dead, man. Oh, that was close. That was close. There is one problem about Cole is when she throws out the boomerang, you'll be briefly locked in the animation. So, yep. Oh, for a moment I almost nearly forget how does Kujo Sara's skills actually work, man. Holy. Hey, wait, wrong button. Oh, what was that? What was the damage just now? Oh, wait, what a tornado, man. Yes, the animation lock Cole has is annoying because she's extremely vulnerable. Oh, so yes, I believe that, okay, Solomon actually spoke about this. I believe that, because Ice Bear is not around, she has gone to take a nap as well. Ice Bear previously has also talked about this as well, about this when she throws out, there's split second where you cannot do anything, you are just locked in that animation. Sometimes, it can mean that you actually die, you know. Okay. Always remember that charge those kind of catalyst characters, right? Yeah, charge attack has no internal cooldown. So if you want more extra applications, you can consider using charge attack. But of course, their charge attack comes at a very heavy cost, you know, 50 stamina. So every time when I play the Bloom team that you guys just saw, right, I'm always thinking to myself, oh, I really would like to have Nahida on board as soon as possible. Dodge for your life, Raiden. Oh, that is what, 300,000 slash, was it? Energy recharge plus 20%. Probably I am at the cap of the energy recharge for Raiden already. This should be able to kill them, right? Yep. There's enough hydro application. Ah, here comes you. The Dorito boss. I'm trying to time to see if I can get that 2 white color thing. Oh no, looks like I still miss my timing. Hey, wait, did I get the timing? Hey. What? Come on, baby. You can do it. Wait, there's no treat. The only thing I was thinking about throughout this fight for the Electro team is that I was wondering if what was Yaimiko actually wearing, because it feels that her she's actually still wearing the correct stuff, so but I have no idea why does her damage feels a bit lacking. Probably because with the introduction of Aggravate, which has greatly increased her damage potential, it makes it feels like right now Miko without the Animal Shred or the Aggravate, right, her damage will feel pretty lacking. I don't know if you guys have actually noticed her Thunderbolt strikes. I don't know what you actually call it again. Shisho Sakura. This is a level 13 Shisho Sakura, but of course she's not Constellation 6. This is a C3 R1 Yaimiko. The damage feels slightly lacking, but when you pair her with Tinari, the damage is actually pretty significant. So it goes to show that how this Aggravate thing actually has significantly changed the game for sure. I did a team full Hydro and a team full Electro. I didn't even see the guy dying. Waifu Supremacy, my harem is working. Is your throat dry? Yes. Is the Gilda set good on Yai? I actually think the Gilda set is actually damn good on Yaimiko, but it's just damn hard to farm, you see. How should I put it to you? This, I mean, of course you take it with a pinch of salt, but I do feel that it's the best in slot for her. It's better than the 2+2. And regarding is your choice, right? Yes, I need to drink some water, man. let me drink a bit of water first. Okay, it feels a bit better now. I don't know if I have a set that can be equipped onto Miko right now. Let me have a look, because I am just very concerned that do I actually have enough? I don't have a good attack sense on this set. You know, Electro Gobbler is really very difficult to farm for sure. So I don't think I stand a chance to be able to farm one. So if we go with this Elemental Mastery, nah, the crit rate looks too low. She probably doesn't have much crit rate, and I don't have a... Yeah, goddamn, it's only 57.6% is really too low already. I don't have a crit rate. I don't have a crit rate helmet right now. A circlet, sorry. So pretty unfortunate. It's just not viable right now for... Oh wait, I have another one. This is a 12.1%. Attack. Let's see. Field of Dreams. Do I have a attack percentage? Copium, you know. Do you think that this will actually give me crit damage? Okay, if it gives me a crit damage, right, I'll level it up immediately. Let's see, let's see. Fuck, it gives me a HP, forget it. What a waste of my resources. Damn. Okay, anyway. I do think that this set is actually good on her. Serious. This. Let's see. Let's see. We need some sample. We just actually try it out first. Okay. We do it this way. Let's just try to quickly observe a bit to see this set. What does the lightning strike damage actually do? This set is actually obviously more inferior right now because due to the crit rate 60+% only. Okay, we can see probably about this. Okay, we can see some of the damage actually went up. Yo. So when it aggravates, that is about how much damage? 59,000 was it? Where you throwing, man? Hey, guys, stop moving. I cannot see the damage, man. So towards this second batch, we can see that it's like what 40 over 1,000, is it? It's not just me who. It's not just me. It has to be what? What do we say again? Flop power. Yes, it's not just me who has to be unlucky with artifacts. Haha, you have to have it too. Tinari is very bad. I never once actually think that Tinari is really very bad though. I can still actually feel that he has his own good uses for this kind of comms. Okay, so earlier on, what we saw from the lightning bolt's damage, there is a range which goes up as high as up to 60,000 in one strike, and without aggravate is about 22,000 to 25,000. So with aggravate is about 45,000 to about 60,000. So it's very variable. So we switch back to the original artifact set. Let's just have a look together to see if there is a very huge damage difference. But this set is obviously having higher crit rate, so we should see much more consistent critical hits coming out from the set itself. And let's see, where is attack? Yes, no change to the Electro Goblet for sure. crit damage. Okay. So this set has higher critical damage. Excuse me. Higher critical damage. Then of course we should be able to see that the elemental mastery is obviously lower. Obviously lower at about 65. The previous one that I was using, because it was using a EM goblet, EM sense, so it has over 300 elemental mastery and 1.6k attack, 239% crit damage. Ideally I would prefer the goblet to be attack percent, but you know, it didn't came out, so there's nothing I can do. The thing roll into some hit point. I cannot really exactly say this is a one-to-one really fair comparison, but if you were to ask me the expectation, well, do I think that the damage will be close? I do think that the damage should be pretty close, because the other build that we have in the first run wise, right, Yai already has really a lot of EM and is currently lacking on the attack portion. But while in this second run, we can see that Yai does not have a lot of EM, but she has much higher attack. And through all these elemental reaction from the Dendro and from Kole, etc., all this, she can make up for the loss of EM. But let's see, let's watch it together to see. Okay, we can see that the base attack wise, right, is when you have the reduction is already slightly higher. It's about 24,000 already. Okay, stay a while and listen, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's stick around 51,000, 30,000, 51,000, 51811. What is this angry man? Hello, why are you not quitting? I can't see the numbers. Quit, please. $54307 was it? Yeah, 54307 is obviously higher. But I honestly do think that if the Miko we tested in the earlier run wise, right, has an attack goblet, a nice one, should be able to match up or even surpass the number. Wait, did this guy not take damage from the lightning bolt just now? No damage, does practically nothing, so he went to the backpacker. Oh no, bro, Tignari actually has damage. His damage is actually pretty good though. You just have a look at this run itself. This is against group which is not Tignari good at. This guy, once you actually have the aggravate over here, right, he actually can do really very well, man. Of course, when you compare him with the top DPS in the game, of course, I cannot say he's comparable to them for sure. But he isn't as lousy as what you think he might be, man. you can see that when he's starting to shoot the arrows against group situations, his damage, his dendro application is actually really very fair. It's not like he's completely useless or something, bro. There was a point of time before the Nilo's comp, right? This aggravate comp was actually one of my favorite. But of course, unfortunately, one thing is that Tinari himself, he is mostly single target based, as you can see. Then of course he applies really a lot of dendro within a short period of time, which is very underutilized, because in aggravate situations, Miko doesn't apply electro as fast as Tinari. So and of course, due to how the internal cooldown works, right, there is a lot of shots that he cannot get the spread reaction as well. So there is only this much he is able to do. Then when you look back at Nilo's Bloom comp, is a completely different story, you know. It's a ridiculously powerful comp, since when Nilo triggers the Bloom itself, then when you change to Kokomi, then when you trigger the Bloom reaction again, the ICD of the mobs taking the explosion damage, right, because they can actually take up to 2 6 damage per 0.5 seconds, if I remember correctly. This rule applies to the character who created the seeds. So what does this essentially means is that, say for example, Nilo triggers 2 seeds. For example, she generates 2 of the dendro seeds right now. Once it explodes, let's say she triggers 3 seeds on the field. 3 seeds on the field explode simultaneously. The game's logic will determine that these 3 seeds is tagged under Nilo. And so once it explodes, the game will tell, the logic will actually tell you that the monster can only take up to 2 explosions within 0.5 seconds. If I remember, it's 0.5 seconds. But then again, this comp allows different people to trigger the Bloom reaction. Meaning, let's say Nilo triggers 2 of the seeds, immediately I change to Yelan to trigger another 2 seeds. So there are 2 seeds on the field is created by Yelan, 2 seeds on the field created by Nilo. This means that the mobs can take up to 4 seeds right now, because 2 of the seeds is tagged under Yelan and 2 other seeds is actually tagged by Nilo. So this rule do not apply, because the 2 per 0.5 second is only tagged to 1 character who created the seeds. So if I have 4 characters ongoing, let's say he's triggering the dendro seed, she's triggering, then Yelan triggers, Nilo triggers, then you have like what, multiple 4 5, because 5 is the upper limit. So once you exceed the 5, right, they will start exploding. So it's all over the place, and different seeds is under different characters being triggered. So you can see that so many multiple explosions happening, right, and the mobs instantly die. So this is what makes this comp actually really very scary. He is not doing anything who is killing Yai Miko. I won't try to change your opinion on that, but what I just wanted to say is that I don't necessarily agree that Tinari is as bad as what people make him out to be. He's definitely not the best. I need to be very upfront about this. He's definitely not the best. And plus, of course, he's in the standard banner. They can't make him OP like nobody's business. But he is definitely not useless. He is still usable as a 5-star. Probably I will still rate him under the standard banner's character's power level as well. You can also definitely say that for the standard banner characters, are they really useless? Yes and no, right? So anyway, moving on. Earlier on there, I was actually sharing the discussion with every one of you over here that What type of Nahida? Where is my Lisa again? Okay, just now Lisa was actually my placeholder. I just, because due to doing some spiral abyss and there, her artifacts got swapped off again. So most likely, there's probably another thing that I might need to actually try to check it out, which is I'm not exactly sure that if Nahida is going to encounter any energy recharge problem, but I am very skeptical and I'm pretty positive that she is not likely going to encounter any ER problem, since the burst lasts so long and the burst activation cost is only 50, so most likely it shouldn't be an issue. But of course, everything we will need to do the actual testing through the showcase to have a better look. If we are talking about fighting multiple groups of mobs, it's definitely never going to be an issue, because multiple mobs, they will actually drop energy particles, so energy recharge is really never a concern over here. But what we are trying to put across is against single target boss where they do not drop particles, will she actually encounter any? Because most likely energy recharge is going to come, okay, sorry, not most likely, obviously energy recharge is going to come from the substats for sure. So for builds that completely don't have any energy recharge, will she be able to cycle through her elemental burst comfortably? So right now, my take without the actual testing is that I'm positive that it shouldn't be a problem. It should not be, but who knows? We shall actually see, because this question was actually raised by one of the viewers who PM me to say that she thinks there could be a chance that there might be a ER issue, while my original take was that I never really feel that it should be a big problem, because it's only 50 energy, which is pretty low. Main Lisa, no, not main Lisa, bro. So she only came in to milk the 5 star. I'm trying to gain waifu. I know you are a waifu over meta player, bro. 100%, I know. So many times you have been telling me you only want waifu. I understand that, man. So yes. Okay, if we take Lisa as the placeholder over here. If I were to go purely on the elemental mastery, meaning I intend to play for most of the part that Nahida should be off you. Although honestly, personally, I still think that EM crit is better, but it's really extremely unfortunate that I don't have a create circlet. I do think that this might still actually be viable, still can actually work out, but the create is really on the lower end already, which is below what I feel that it should be. We can actually try to cheat a bit by switching. This is probably the best elemental mastery goblet that I ever have. 34.2. So if you plus another 24% coming from the crit rate, assuming if she hits 1000 EM, I'm not hitting the 60% crit rate mark yet. So which is really very uncomfortable for my case. Then if you want to have a good laugh, here is your good chance. Are you coming to the waifu side too? Legit, I can tell you, most of the part, right, all the characters I will still pull, because I'm doing showcase for everyone to see. But naturally, I'm a guy. Of course, waifu is still a very important thing for me, because if I were to play a game with all guys, there is always another game that is filled with guys by Miho. It's called Tears of Timis. I think, if I never get the name wrong, it's a male-oriented game, meaning there are a lot of male characters. I would have actually went to play the game already, but I didn't. Because obviously it's because the game design for the girls over here, the ladies over here, they are very well designed. I really like them a lot. Of course, some of the male characters are cool, but ladies come first for my case, yeah. But of course, this kind of thing is still a matter of preference. They still have to be good because I play a lot of Spiral Abyss. So if you look good but I can't use you, I will still be pretty disappointed, you see. Okay, talking about a good laugh, right? Let me take the chance to see if there is any screw up. You can see that all the circle over here, you can see all the crit rate. They are unable to roll any crit. Then the most unfortunate part is that after farming for so long, EM Goblet for Gilded Dreams actually didn't drop. So it is really very disappointing for the farming experience. So far, I believe that I burned more than 4,000 Primo Gems already on the domain, because I need to do reset, because there isn't a lot of time left already, and the patch is only like 5 weeks long. So I really don't have time, so I need to accelerate the farming process. But after burning more than 4,000 plus Primo Gems away, I still haven't get a good set out of either Gilded Dreams or Dibu set. So if you guys, hey yo Kalito, good to see you here, man. If you guys actually manage to get nice set, congratulations, man. It's really insane luck, because I'm a living example over here that within the 4,000 Primo Gems that I just burned, right, is within the past week. It's only recent these few days I started playing. So basically every day I'm doing max reset all the way 6 times. So that is what, so is it 50 or 60? I think what, 50, 100, 100, 150, 200, 200. Well, I think it was something like that. So every single day I'm doing this max reset. Until now, I am still not getting anything out of it, which is, oh my god, oh my goodness kind of situations. I will still be farming, because I want to do a decent showcase on next Wednesday. If you guys are, if there is enough demand or there's enough interest indicated to want to see for Nahida's live pool, then be sure to let me know. You can actually, I have a Discord. I mean, you can actually PM me there, hit me up to let me know that you are really interested. So if there is enough demand, then probably I will see if I can do it to do a live stream to give y'all the first on hand reaction on my live pool, to see whether is it going to be a smooth pool or is it going to be a bad pool. Then the eventual target for, the initial target for Nahida, I'll be going for will probably be at least Constellation 2. But I won't be activating the Constellation first for obvious reasons, because showcases everybody will want to see Constellation 0 power. Then whether will I be deciding to get her Constellation 6? That is another thing to consider in the near future, but it's within her banner. So let me know if you guys want to see the live stream pools or otherwise. I've talked so much, my throat is completely dry, man. Let me drink some water. Because I don't have a face cam, you guys cannot actually see that when I'm talking, I'm actually swallowing my own saliva already, man. Oh, my throat is completely dry. But another thing that I need to point out on the last part of today's live stream is that during last week's Genshin Impact 3.2's live stream, C6 Ember, C6 Kaya. No, I don't have C6 Kaya. Kaya is still C5. Lisa is C6. Ember is C6. So yeah, moving on to just now what I was saying is that last week during the 3.2 live stream, when they announced Nahida and Layla, so you guys actually should have actually seen that Nahida is actually releasing along with Yomiya's banner rerun, which is really unfortunate. She is again in a very challenging situation where her banner is released. I recall the first time when her banner was released, it was, if I recall correctly, it was after Ayaka but before Raiden Shogun. Correct me if I'm wrong. So nobody is likely going to pull for her except for players who really love her. Then after that, I cannot remember when she actually had a rerun, right? Then I cannot remember who was it that was supposed, was it near Yelan or something? I cannot remember the first rerun. If you guys remember, do let me know. I remember it was a very difficult situation for Yomiya to be put as well. So this time round, they are releasing Yomiya again, but it's with Nahida's first release banner. It's the Dendro Archon. So for most players who are saving up for Primo Gems, low spenders alike, naturally the most logical thing that you might want to do is to pull for Nahida, because it's a new reaction system and she's the Dendro Archon, and there's a lot of room for exploration to see what you can do with her. Pretty much we already know Yomiya's room of potential already, so unless you happen to be a big fan of Yomiya, then you will want to go for her rerun if your budget allows. But what am I trying to put across is that they always place Yomiya's banner in such a weird timing where it is less advantageous for her. So which me as a player who really likes Yomiya a lot, I feel quite sad, because I do remember when Inazuma was first announced and released, they actually have that drip marketing. If you guys can remember, they released Yomiya's portrait where she's holding onto the bowl, if you guys can remember. So I was looking at the picture, I was like, holy shit, this girl is hella cute, really very cute. But of course we know that it's with Ayaka's banner, so Ayaka is already a very popular character. Then right now it kind of hurts me to see Yomiya's banner always released at such kind of timing though, meaning that probably her sales is going to always face a very strong competition. That is what I'm trying to put across. Alloy 90, no, I don't think I will really play Alloy, man. Until today, you see my Alloy is still level 50. I honestly, this is probably the one of the character that I don't really have a lot of interest in building though. Of course, no offense to players who really like her, but it's probably I don't see myself will be building her though. Then another thing is that Layla's banner is actually on the second half, which is along with Chao and Miko. Then I was thinking to myself, oh, so no chance to get Layla while I'm trying to pull for Nahida. So if I actually already have a, like, let's say for today, if I have a C6R5 Yai Miko, how am I going to pull for Layla, man? And probably if I'm a low spender today, I don't think I will have sufficient Primo Gems to go and pull for Layla already, for sure, because most likely I will be either have already invested all my Primo Gems onto Nahida's banner, or I'm already saving up for 3.3's possible character in the future, like for example Scaramouche. So not too sure why they want to do this, but the first thought that I actually thought of is probably trying to make more money out of us. Not the best move, at least in my personal opinion. There has to be live taking Nahida. Oh, so you want to actually watch? Oh, she was rerun before Kazuha. Ah, there we go. I cannot remember. I cannot remember when was Yomiya's first rerun, but I remember that when her rerun came, right, there was always a very strong competition, meaning it's a very hype character. So every time when you place her banner, her rerun banner against a very hype character, then her sales is naturally not going to be as ideal because not everybody is willing to invest a lot of real money into the game, you see. So we should go under the assumption that everybody's primo gems is limited. Then sales, then this will definitely affect her sales. Then it doesn't look really very good lah. But while trying to pull for, but I'll be honest that if I'm going to pull for Nahida's weapon, because the 50-50, there could be a chance I can obtain a Thundering Pulse. Of course, fingers crossed, I do hope that I will be able to get the teapot first, Nahida's teapot. But in the event that it didn't work out as what I was hoping for, that I get a Thundering Pulse, right? I wouldn't say it is a bad thing because this Thundering Pulse really works pretty well for her. We know that Ras is a really strong and solid competition for Yomiya, but Thundering Pulse itself, once you have further refinements, right, it will actually improve the gameplay experience for Yomiya. So we shall see. I look forward to hear from you guys if you guys are really keen to see the Nahida live pools. Like I mentioned, PM me or let me know in any of the comment sections that you are keen to actually see the live pools. I will see if I can make it happen. If the answer is if my schedule allows, I will let you guys know as well. So hopefully I'll get responses from you guys soon. Sayu DPS. Sayu's birthday just passed not too long ago though. Okay, so anyway, we have come to the end for this week's live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and also hope you guys are already preparing all the materials, primo gems, and also all the necessary stuffs, everything, just basically everything, and most importantly the luck to get Nahida on the 2nd of November. Here is me sending my best wishes to every one of you who is going to pull for Nahida in the next patch in 3.2. Then of course, once again, big shout out to all my channel members that we recently got a new channel member as well. You know who you are. Thank you so much for joining the channel membership. I truly appreciate it. Then of course, to every one of you who is in this live stream, I truly appreciate, as always, every single week I have been saying, every one of you who has specially taken time off to drop by, because it's your precious time to chat with me, watch this live stream. I really appreciate everybody of your precious time. Truly appreciate. And once again, if your day is starting, I wish you guys a beautiful day ahead. And of course, if your night is coming to an end, I wish you guys a good night's rest. This is IonStorm. I will see you guys next week, hopefully probably on the 2nd of November for Nahida's live stream. Peace out and good night.